Welcome to BLN, the home of Bloodline Esports, where competitive gaming meets high-class tournaments in the high-standard setting. Do you want to participate in esports and become a pro gamer? Then look no further. Become a pro gamer and become the best in the world. Join Bloodline Esports.
Hello and welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me on the UK Gamer Twitch channel. If you're watching this on YouTube in the next couple of days, I appreciate you coming to that channel and checking the content out on that channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just hope you guys can leave a follow and subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. I appreciate it very, very muchly. Again, welcome. It's the UK Gamer Podcast. Welcome. It's the first ever episode. And boy, it is great to be back doing podcasts again. It's been, we're in 2024, and it's been about 5 years, guys, since I did the last one where I said, you know, that's it. There's going to be no more podcasts from me. But here I am again. Changed the name of the podcast now. It's not Live Gaming Show. It's now UK Gamer Podcast. It's going to be going on all Spotify streamers on the podcast section, hopefully in the next coming months, and it'll be uploaded onto YouTube as well, guys. But thank you for joining on the Twitch chat. I appreciate it. And so we got a lovely guest coming onto the show today, and he's been a terrific friend for many years, and I can never say anything bad about him. He's just so fucking great. Like, he's a really good guy. He's always there, and he plays Rocket League. He's a fucking good player. He's a really good player in Rocket League. I've had my fair share of runs with him before, and wow, I just can't keep up with him, man. But we're going to introduce him onto the show, guys. So yeah, get comfy. And we'll introduce him in just a moment's time. But if you don't know who I am, I'm UK Gamer. I'm a UK British streamer, content creator, TikToker, and so if you don't know who I am, you just stumbled onto the channel, go hit the follow button on Twitch, go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you want to, you can find me on TikTok as well, so just go over onto there and just click follow as well. So we're going to bring on our guest now, and he goes by the name ACrimsonCatalyst, and he is aka Ash Marshall, and he is here right now. Welcome, Crimson. How's it going?
How's it going, UK man? Thanks for having me on the podcast.
No, the pleasure's all mine, man. Honestly, it's an honor to have you on the show, man. It really is. So how about we start off with introducing yourself to everyone, you know, who you are, what you do, you know. Take it away, man.
So, name's CrimsonCatalyst, formerly under the name Argyle Ash. Had quite a few things in life that took me away from gaming recently, so I've basically come back and I've, changed name, gone for a new start again, and I'm ready just to see what the future holds, really.
Nice. Well, it's good to have you back in the gaming community. It's such a big community where people come together, they enjoy the same things, the same hobby, and they just connect with other people, and it's literally what the gaming community is all about, guys. So what we'll do is we'll go straight over to the category of the gaming journey, So what can you tell us about your side of gaming? What brought you into the world of gaming in your life?
So I think my first memory of my gaming career, my gaming experience, had to be when I was a young little kid, and we're talking. I think this was the PS2 days, so we're talking
nice.
a fair while back. But the first game I actually remember like falling in love with, that got me addicted to the game, had to have been by far Simpsons Hit and Run.
Nice game.
Time.
Nice game.
Yeah, 100%. At the time, it was just so easy to get lost in the game. It was just so much fun, time consumer as well. It was just, it was favorite thing to do when I come home from school. Obviously, once homework and all that stuff is done, was just boot up the old PS2 and play some Simpsons Hit and Run.
Nice, and it was a quite a iconic game as well. Even especially in those PS2 days as well. It was the first essentially open world Simpsons game to ever hit the markets. Had a diverse of characters, customizations, not only with the outfits but the cars as well. You can drive so many of iconic cars. Is there any particular favorite kind of part of the game that kind of struck out to you, or?
Now, like I say, we're talking PS2 days, so we're talking a fair while back. So for me, what I think hit me, made it so well, was obviously you got to play as so many different characters, but it wasn't just randomly done. There was obviously you're following a story behind the whole game, and I'm one of those gamers that just loves to dive deep into a good story.
Yeah.
So I think for the time that it was made, I think the game itself, the story, the gameplay, the fact you could play so many different characters, it was just fantastic.
Oh no! I remember playing it when it was on the PlayStation 2 days, and I spent so many hours playing that game, and it was amazing, And the main part of the game I really loved was the GTA element to it, where you can just run down the iconic Simpsons characters. And I have to admit, I'm a bit of a psychotic, bastard that way, but that was my favorite part. It's just that freedom. It was something different from a Simpsons game. I know there's plans. I think there's plans for a remake down the lines. I know I can't remember the modder's name off the top of my head, but I know he's working on a remastered Unreal Engine version of it for PC. Whether or not that will become a final product and released to the public, if he's not sued and has lawsuits on him, but that's another story for him. So Simpsons Hit and Run, iconic game for you. What was your first ever console?
I think my very first games console was the GameCube.
Nice. That's a good choice.
I remember that little thing. I can't remember much about the games I used to play on it, but I just remember the little cube in my bedroom.
Nice. We got in the chat Brax saying, "Yo, how's things, Ash?"
Oh, going well, Brax, man. Going well.
Nice.
How are you doing?
So I know the chat's a bit. I got it on slow mode, so it will take a few moments to come through. But so obviously the GameCube was your first ever console. Was there any sort of game that you kind of you smashed so many hours into?
There was one game, though I can't remember if it was for the GameCube, as bad as that sounds. And I can't remember the name of it either.
No, it's all good if you can't remember, man. That's absolutely fine. So obviously,
terrible.
it's all good, man. It's all good. So we talked about obviously the most iconic game you've had was the Simpsons Hit and Run. First console was the GameCube. If people just come on now, that's what we've just run by. So what connects you to the gaming community? What at the end of the day, you know, you've had a long day, and you get on the PC, you get on the PlayStation, the Xbox, and you switch on the games. You know, what draws you in every time you pick up a controller or the keyboard and mouse?
I think for me, it's with all the stress that you have these days in the real world, it's nice to just kind of get out of that and just go into like this virtual world where you can, just take your mind off things and just dive into a game and just really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I do that as well, man. Like, I play a lot of Elder Scrolls Online, and I can play it either on Samsung Galaxy Tab or on the PC, on the Xbox, and I just get zoned in. I just escape reality. It calms me down. It's like other games. It's a rich, diverse world where you can just get lost in, explore, and all your troubles are just way past you. And I think it resembles with most people that play games these days, especially in these times of need, when you got like everything going up, like electric, food and all that, and all the people across the seas. I don't know if you noticed, but the UK Parliament is being very, very crumbly at the moment. It's been absolutely shocking, especially with Keir Starmer in charge. If you guys overseas want to go check out the BBC News and what's been going on, go check that out now, because oh damn, it's drama. But going back to gaming, so what would be your pick for viewers to be like, hey, go play this game? It's such a cool game. What would be that one game you'd be like, here, take this, go use it?
Can I pick more than one game? Like, can I pick a series of games?
Pick a series of games, or
So recently, I've been in a bit of a game rut. I've been looking for games just to kind of like single player games that I can just kind of take myself away from everyone and just kind of lose myself, so to speak, in these games where I could spend so many hours into them. I found that series, the Borderlands series.
Nice.
I used to actually play them when, like, as the games came out. I used to play the games.
Oh wow, nice. I mean,
and
it's an iconic series, especially it first came out on the Xbox 360. I don't know if it came onto PC at that same time as well. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I know, it came out on 360, and it was a different kind of delve into a different game. And obviously it's an RPG, and it's a first-person shooter, and it was that kind of like the cartoony anime kind of style graphics, which kind of stood out to other games. I know you had like the Call of Duties, like the Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, and the Fallout series, but the Borderlands series kind of stood out well. And I'm glad it's taken off, with obviously Borderlands 2 and 3. They had the Borderlands movie. Did you ever get to see that?
I have recently watched it, yes.
Yeah? Oh, would you like to share what your take on, like, your opinions on the film?
See, it's a tough one, because it was one of those films that were really hyped up for anyone who knew anything about the Borderlands series, the games.
Yeah.
So anyone who obviously played them and heard about this film was like, oh my god, the movie's coming out, it's going to be so good, this could happen, so many things could happen. And ultimately, don't get me wrong, I do think it was a good film. I did enjoy it. But do I think it was at least a little bit overhyped? Yeah, I do. I think they may have put more hype into it than it actually needed or maybe deserved.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you there. You know, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Borderlands game series.
Me too.
I took so many hours into it. When I heard there was a Borderlands film, you know, I didn't know any of the casting or the pre-production, or, you know, there's a script in the work until a trailer dropped.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, there's a Borderlands film coming out. I was like, fuck yes. I was so hyped for it. Yeah. And I got so hyped, you know, I was thinking, oh shit, maybe, you know, the events and characters will pop up from the games, you know, and, you know, you got such an iconic talent in there. You got like Jack Black, I can't remember the lead chick's name, but you have like Kevin Hart. Yeah. And, you know, it was good talent in there. There's a mix between serious and comedy, and that's essentially what Borderlands is, you know. And when I saw it, I had some mixed emotions about it, and I thought maybe this could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
If they stuck to the lore a bit more, you know. Yeah. They picked things from the games and put it in there instead of having this just complete mess of a storyline. You know, it's enjoyable to watch. Don't get me wrong. It's a good film, but it's not a, you know, something I would say, oh, you go watch this film. You know, it's incredible. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I've seen it. It's quite good. You know, up to you if you want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I think that's the issue with video games crossing over to movies these days, is that it's always suffering from bad critics, bombarded with loads of haters leaving bad reviews, or it could be sometimes the production team and the production, the time span is too short to produce something iconic that's going to be a big scale movie. But I think the only one that has really done it sufficely is Sonic the Hedgehog, the film franchise. You know, I mean, love the games, a huge fan of Sonic, and obviously the films as well. You know, I think they've got the right kind of productions, the cost for production and the time. But I think if other companies follow suit with them, then I think, like, obviously Borderlands would have been a lot better, you know, because they would have taken, like, Sonic taken from the canon into the films. Like, if Borderlands did the same, it could have been a bit of film, you know. There's so many game films out there, and some are coming out now. Like, I think next year there's the Minecraft movie.
Oh, dear.
Which I'm in no rush to go and watch. I despise Minecraft.
Oh, there's two of us there, mate. I can't fucking stand the game.
Honestly, it's. I tried it. I played it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a load of crap. I just got bored. I'm not gonna lie. Like a 6-year-old can play it easy, but like, it's, I don't know why there's so much hype. There's a big community over it. Like, you know, you can do the same kind of stuff, survival, build stuff in like Ark. You know, it's got dinosaurs as well, so everyone likes it. So it's. I
mean, who doesn't like dinosaurs?
Oh, exactly, man. Exactly. They won't be saying that if Jurassic Park becomes real, though. So, but so what is the game that you're most looking forward to this year?
Oh, this year. See, I am looking forward to the game, but it's not coming out this year. It's coming out next year.
Yeah. Well, okay, next year. What would be your one game that you want to grab?
It's kind of funny because we were just speaking about the series. It's Borderlands 4.
Yes. I completely forgot about that when we were talking about there's Borderlands 4 that was announced a few weeks back.
It was.
Like, and the amount of views they got within an hour is incredible. You know, I'm watching reaction videos, you know, for the trailer, and people just like, oh my god, like, going maniac mode over it, and it's just like, wow. But yeah, no, I'm glad they're bringing out number 4. You know, there's definitely something I'll be picking up as well. Yeah. But hopefully that they keep elements from number 3, because I did enjoy number 3 really well. Especially with the multiplayer aspect onto it. So I hope they keep a bit of both worlds on there with number 4. But I kind of, is it like, it's early next year, isn't it? Is it early next year?
I think so. I'm not 100% certain on the date.
Yeah.
I just know it's at some point next year.
It's got to be around springtime, I think. It's the normal Borderlands drop kind of for a title. But we're going to move swiftly on to the next the category. So it's the Life Finds a Way category, guys. So what would you like to tell the guys a bit about yourself? Obviously, we know a bit about your gaming side, but what about behind the screen? You know, your life. You know, would you like to kindly share some aspects?
Well, first thing, obviously, I've got to mention, if I don't mention this, my wife will kill me, is I did just get married not too long ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. 7th of September, we got married. Tell you what, my nerves, my anxiety that day, I tell you, through the roof.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Man.
And it even got to the point that when Caitlin was stood by my side and the vicar was telling me to look at her, I looked at her, and I kid you not, a split second after I looked at her, I fucking bawled my eyes out. I was in pieces. No. Honestly, I was all over the place.
Did you like rescue it afterwards? You know, after?
Yeah. I was able to save it afterwards. Yeah, but for the first like 5 minutes, I was just in pieces.
Oh man, you know. It's such a happy day for you both. You know, emotions are high. You know, you're about to commit to spend the life together. You know, you're both in love. It's such a good. It's like a really, really happy day. You know, and you know, congratulations again, man. Like,
thank you.
It's, you know, it's nice to see like people getting married and all that. It brings so much happiness into the world.
Yeah, which is something I do believe that the world is kind of lacking a lot of right now. Is a bit of happiness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's too much hate going around, especially, you know, in the Middle East. You got crises over there with mini wars going on and all that. Which I send my love and my thoughts over to them. Yeah. And I hope they're all right. But obviously, apart from getting married, you know,
that was a fun one.
Yeah. what else can you tell the viewers a bit about yourself?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, all in all, my life isn't really all too interesting. Yeah, no, it's just crazy. I've been a gamer most of my life, so gaming has always been a big part of my life.
Yeah.
Obviously, I do suffer from mental health issues. I've got anxiety, I've got depression. And to be honest, it does kind of suck. Like, it sucks pretty big. But I've just got to remind myself that the gaming community is one of those really special things, I find, because even when you're down and you're having a bad day, there's always someone around, and someone that's going to either make you laugh, make you giggle, you know, or even just take your mind away from whatever's going on in the real world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's a way of escaping reality and escaping like what issues people could potentially be going through in life. I've experienced it before, a few years back, the passing of my dear nan, it really hit me hard. I could have ruined my life, really. And, I turned to drink and all that. And, I started to get in, but I managed to pull through, especially with like friends in the gaming community that I used to play with daily, we talk to each other, chat about each other's days, knowing that there's people there, that there's a community that, is there for everyone, I know you get like the toxic side of the community, which to this day I still do not understand why there is a toxic side of the community, but there is a good side, and that's when you can like connect with people who could possibly have the same like crisis or issues going on in their life that you have as well, and it's good to connect, and it's good to become friends, and it can build up your character again, and like it did with me, it built me back up again, and I'm just grateful that there is good communities out there for gaming. Gaming, it's frowned upon. It is frowned upon. There's people that think, like 30-year-old man, when you're playing video games, talking to people around the world, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, go out and work. I do. I go out and work. It's a hobby for me. It's a hobby. I play games. It's just what I like doing. Person telling me to go get a life could be sitting on the couch with his hand down his pants. Like it's going to work in a bank for like 9 to 5, and then coming home with money and just a sofa and a TV and just watching TV. Like, it's a difference. It's just weird. Like it's so frowned upon these days, the community. But I've done some research, and it's one of the strongest communities in the world. That gaming is, and it's bringing everyone together. So it's it's so much hate for it, but we're the strongest community. It's
maybe that's why there is so much hate for it, because it's making the world come together. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it brings the world it brings the world together, and it's one of the most like economical values in the world for any like economic country as well. Like it's one of the most, if you look at all the countries, like gaming, like or the gaming like sector is like way up there with the revenue bringing in for a country. So it's without gaming, like a lot of the countries will probably be in a lot worse state than what they are financially. But don't hide, gamers. We rule.
Gamers. That's it. Gamers rule.
Yeah. We're gonna hop over to the next section now, which is called hype. So hype is basically whoop whoop, yeah. So the deal with hype is we're going to be talking about your games that you wanna play. Like what are you most expecting to grab first to play in the next coming year or two? It could be a film coming out as well, TV series. What would you like to hype up for the audience to be aware of?
See, this one is for the Marvel fans.
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
Venom, it's coming out in October this year.
Oh yeah, it's The Last Dance, isn't it? Or
yes.
Something. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I believe it's 25th of October or something like that. So it's in that area.
Yeah.
But I've watched all the Marvel films up until this point, so I for one I cannot wait.
And they don't fail to deliver either.
No.
Like, it's if you go back like 30-40 years, you know, the biggest breakthrough in cinema was probably Star Wars, with A New Hope coming out, and then obviously with 5 and 6 releasing after as well. You know, that broke cinema, and that took filmmaking to another level. And I don't think until Iron Man 1, not Iron Man 1, it was The Incredible Hulk, that people to this day don't count as a MCU film when it is.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me.
Yeah.
Because when you think of the Avengers, the Hulk is one of the first ones that come to mind.
Yeah.
So you think his films would count too.
Like, I don't think when people watched the film in the cinemas, they didn't expect to stay to the end of the credits to have the basically the candy of MCU, which is the little snippet at the end where you see Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, like come and like talk to Bruce, and he recruits him basically to the Avengers. Like, it's after that, I think cinema grew another level. It grew another level, and the MCU built that to what the industry is, what it is today with films. And I don't think, like 30-40 years time, you know, I don't think there's going to be another breakthrough like that. You know, the MCU's on like 30 films now, I believe.
Something stupid like that,
yeah. I know, like the Infinity Saga was like 22 films, I believe, which is, you know, that's a big kind of commitment for the developers and producers of the whole MCU, with that massive storyline. And, you know, I for one am a huge MCU fan, a huge Marvel fan myself. You know, bringing all these favorite characters, especially the Avengers as well, into the mix in the Infinity Saga. You know, it's the stories that bring these characters together that are quite interesting. How they done it, you know, so they took them from the comics, or sometimes they didn't. They kind of changed things around, you know, and they kind of morphed this like their own sort of Marvel, so to speak. And you know, it was so good up until Endgame, and then I know that the fans are like divided into two groups. Like, oh shit, now, you know, it's Thanos is dead. You know, they've gone off now, and you know, and other ones are like, oh yeah, no, we still love Marvel. You know, I'm like the one in between. You know, like, I think, you know, the films that came after Endgame, obviously, you know, you had the Spider-Man, Guardians 3, the Christmas special, and a couple of the series as well. You know, that was all good, you know, and then they kind of had a sloppy situation with, like, you know, we got Internals, you know, we got this giant hand in the ocean. Like, you know, other films and series are not acknowledging there's a massive, like, god hand coming out of the ocean, you know. And you got like the multiverse with Kang the Conqueror, and the situation with Jonathan Majors, you know, like, he's a bit of an idiot for doing what he did. I don't know if you heard about what he did.
Must have missed it.
I think he assaulted someone or something. He attacked someone, assaulted someone or something. I think it was either on Offset or something, or like publicly.
Oh, right.
And basically Marvel were like, no, you're not Kang the Conqueror no more. Go away. You're going to draw too much bad reputation to us now. Yeah. Which is fair enough, you know. That's what companies do, and you know, they should have really planned it a little bit more. You know, say they brought Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man, Quantumania, and it's you know, after that, then obviously that situation, they still pulled him along further, obviously with Loki season 2, and it's like, oh well, they're not really thinking about the future. They're just going, oh yeah, we'll just carry on this and all that, but don't know. What's your take on the MCU state, so far?
See, it's one of those, like, I enjoy watching the movies, but I personally, for one, can't get into the series. Like, I'll start a series of anything, and I struggle to keep up with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I do tend to miss certain things that happen in the series because I don't watch them because I don't get into them. So I take it film by film, really. Yeah, I mean, it was quite a bit of a change for everyone because everyone was like, when you think of the MCU, you think of like Marvel movies, Like, you go to cinema, you experience it live for the first time with a massive audience in the dark, Like, you get that thrill of the film, it really touches the fandom in you. And then, they changed to having series, and, it kind of split the community into two. People, why are they doing series? Can't they just do a film about like Wanda or Captain America, Sam Wilson becoming the new Captain America kind of thing and all that? But I mean, I've watched some of the series. I haven't watched all the series because if the first episode doesn't appeal to me, like if it doesn't draw me in and want me to go, I'll click next, I'll watch the next one, then there's no point. I mean, I suffered with WandaVision. Like, it was a heap of shit. I'm not gonna lie, it was dreadful. I mean, the hype of it was so like high up. Yeah, it was so high up there, and then when you go to watch it, it's like, is it? Am I watching a Marvel series, or am I watching like This Is the Family Show from like 1960s? Like, it's I don't know. It's they kind of I think that's the first stage where they went wonky in the storytelling, and like the commitment, like having the commitment to make Marvel MCU how it's been from obviously Incredible Hulk to Endgame,
Yeah.
But hopefully they pick it up. They get past this wonky stage, which hopefully they do. It's definitely, don't want to see Marvel die like that. No. I'd rather have a big massive battle to end the whole MCU kind of thing if they're going to do it like that.
Yeah.
But did you hear the latest MCU news in the last couple weeks to a month ago?
Don't think I have.
No. So obviously, have you seen all the movies so far?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was San Diego Comic-Con. We had Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers, who basically made most of the Marvel stuff in the MCU. They were on up on the main stage on the San Diego Comic-Con, and they had these Doom characters with hoods and the masks on. Right. I have to find it. I'll send it to you over on Discord. But it shocked everyone. Like, there was this one person. You walk into a shop. You see that dodgy person. You're like, keep an eye on you. See what you're gonna do, kind of thing. And obviously they say, we're gonna bring back an iconic character to play Doctor Doom.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yeah. And
that would be very good. I'm
not gonna lie, when this person revealed themselves, that the crowd, I'm not gonna lie, like, if you have your phone on high volume, like, your phone's gonna crack with the amount of like the ambient, like, kind of reaction and response to it. But it's it's a good thing, you know, they're bringing this person back, but it's the story of how they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, they got this wonky stage so far. Like, they've gotta play it well. They've gotta think things through before going forward and like introducing how, when, why this character's back. Like, it's, yeah, but I won't go into too much about it of who it is. I'll let that be the candy for you, man, to unwrap. But yeah, it was a I'm still mixed feelings about it so far, but hopefully they can pick things up. But out of all the MCU, what would be your favourite Marvel film?
Oh, now you're fucking asking the question. Oh. Ooh, if we're talking cinema experiences, I'd have to go Endgame, because I remember me and Caitlin went to the cinemas to go watch it when it was in the cinemas.
Oh yeah.
And I kid you not, the room we were in once the film was finished, like basically gave a standing ovation to the film.
Yeah.
Everyone in that room was on their feet clapping.
Oh god, you know, the two, you know, Infinity War and Endgame. You know, my reaction to Infinity War, you know, that heartbreaking moment, you know, is coming to the end of the film, and that you know, I won't spoil it for people that haven't watched it on those watching and all that, but that ending, you know, that made me so emotional, like that, because I went to cinema to see both the films. You know, Infinity War, that part, you know, everyone was crying. You can hear people going, oh no, no, no. Like, I was one of them people, like, you know, and like I had a big, I'm not gonna shit you not, I had a big bucket of popcorn. Like, I've eaten it all, right, and it was half full of my tears. That's how bad it was. Like, it was so emotional. And then, you know, it said, "Oh, be back next year for part 2." And it's like they played the emotional part from their movies, them 2 movies, so well, with that year-long gap as well, to thinking like, oh, like, what's gonna happen, like, you know, with what happened in the film. I don't want to spoil anything if anyone hasn't seen them, but, you know, with certain characters, you know, what, you know, the story that they were going with them, you know, what's going to happen, you know. It was that whole year wait, and then Endgame as well, you know, when it happened, you know, the climatic ending to the film with that massive battle. And it took 20 odd films for Captain America to say "Avengers Assemble." Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was the only one in the cinema when I saw Endgame to be like, yeah, like, dead silent. As soon as Cap said "Avengers Assemble," I was up on my feet going, yeah, come on, like. And I just looked around, I was like, are you not hearing what I just heard? Like, he said "Avengers Assemble." Like, that's the iconic line for Avengers, which they never quoted until then.
Yeah.
But at the end, when the credits rolled up and it had like the signature style writing for the actors and actresses that performed in the whole MCU, everyone was applauding, up on their feet and everything. And it was, you know, I've never been so happy about a film.
Yeah.
You know, out of all the films, all the different series of films that I love and enjoy, you know, that was just a rewarding thing at the end. You know, it was started way back in Avengers 1 with the plot line, and it was slowly building up to the end. Obviously, we had Infinity War with like the disaster zone, I would say, you know, the heartstrings, and then finding out that everything was all hunky-dory at the end of Endgame, basically. Obviously, minus obviously that crucial character that we sadly don't have, but Yeah, I mean, I've got to say my favourite film has got to be it's got to be Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah.
It's just because it has all three Spider-Men in it, which I quite enjoyed. And then obviously it's a good film. It's crazy how they done it, how they pulled it off. Three generations of Spider-Man into one film, and it didn't even ruin a plot line. That did kind of happen, in the comics. I read a lot of comics, I collect them, and I've got so many. It's ridiculous, but having that and that fulfilled, seeing all three of them, it kind of blew my mind. After the Rocky Road, they had that, and it was like, they can pick it up a bit, which they did, and they went back to Rocky Road again. So hopefully this new part of Marvel comes back to its former glory. But I'm excited for Venom. Definitely excited for Venom. It's I enjoyed the first one. The second one I wasn't too hooked on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that they could have done Cletus Cassidy a bit more differently. They could have not had the love interest in there.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know why they introduced that, but but it's an enjoyable film. It's good to see Carnage on screen, which ever since like way back in Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, with Venom being in there, everyone's wanted Carnage. Years and years ago, there was an actual Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 that was half filmed, and there was like CGI, like pre-production shots, and they were going to have Lizard, Carnage, and I think Rhino.
Would have been good.
It would have been good, and it all got taken down because of obviously Sony being Sony. We all know what Sony are like with stuff related to Spider-Man specifically. It was only up for like a year with people downloading it, re-uploading it kind of thing and all that. And you see MJ and Toby in the middle of the street, and you have this massive carnage coming over like these New York Tower buildings, like creeping over kind of thing, trying to grab them. I think that would have pushed the boundary for Spider-Man a lot more. Going back to them Spider-Man films, it was a big deal back then. It's Spider-Man, everyone loves Spider-Man. But with what they were going with the number 4, I mean, they could have quite easily went for 5, 6, 7, or how many more down the line as well. With it just didn't have that. Sony just didn't have that commitment, and I think that's what the problem is with Sony at the moment, specifically with this Sonyverse of Marvel films. Like, you got the Venom, you got the Kraven coming out next year, which does look quite good, I'm not gonna lie. You had Morbius last year, which I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan of Jared Leto at all. A terrible Joker as well. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna say, in my opinion, probably the worst Joker.
Yeah, so give me Heath Ledger any day. Like
100%.
But like the Sonyverse, it's like if something doesn't draw enough attention to it, they're not gonna carry on with it. Like there's like Madam Web, they could have done so much more with that. That's supposed to be interlinking with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, with like the guy in the film. I think it's like Peter's. I don't know, if like Peter's dad, I think, or something, I believe, or like granddad or so, or uncle. No, uncle. That was it. Uncle. It was Uncle Ben. That was it.
Uncle Ben. And
then the baby that was born is Peter, apparently, and it's like, could have made a film without dropping in a Spider-Man. But it's definitely, there's, you know, we had that scene at the end of Venom 2 where Venom gets teleported into the MCU, and that little bit of Venom gets left behind. You know, hopefully, I know I've seen the trailer for the new film that's coming out, but I don't know which universe it's going to be taking place in.
Yeah,
that's the issue, because I know we see Eddie go back, but would it be would it be the same Eddie and Venom that we know and love, or would it be obviously Tom Hardy as a different Eddie Brock that gets this Venom, and you know the subconscious between obviously it's the same symbiote, obviously between this going back different universes, because obviously you got by the looks of it there's an invasion coming to the Earth with the symbiotes and Null, the creator of the symbiotes. But I just hope, you know, they carry on with, if they don't do the MCU route with it, that little drop of Venom does go into the MCU, and we do finally have a villain that's worthy for Spider-Man, for Tom Holland later down the line, you know, which it would be exciting to see, like a classic Spider-Man villain. But so obviously we talked about films, we talked about gaming. What have you most excited for TV? If you've got any, if you're a binge TV person, or you know.
There's only one thing I'm actually, TV show wise, that I'm actually watching as we speak, and they do one episode every week. It's every Thursday. It's Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He decided to bring it back after nearly 10 years, because he stopped filming it for a long time.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And he's recently, about 2 months ago, he brought it back, and I've just been watching it every week.
Oh, nice. I might have to give that a watch, because I do like a bit of Gordon Ramsay, especially when he goes off on one of people. It's hilarious.
It's funny.
Is that on like a streaming service, or like on telly?
All four.
All four. Oh, okay. So it's still it's like original home with Gordon Ramsay, or Channel 4 kind of thing. So that's good.
Yeah.
Like, I used to love watching Gordon Ramsay. I watched I think it was like a 6-part documentary this year, I believe, and it was Gordon Ramsay goes into like a prison. I think it's like years old, but he goes into a prison, and he like these criminals. He tries to make these criminals have like full-time jobs, like work in the kitchens in the prison, and like make food and get shipped out to like these bakeries to get money to basically bring in, I can't remember if it was bringing money for the prison or for them, or to shorten their sentences or something. I'm not sure, but it's I think it's Prison Nightmares, I think it's called, or something. I can't remember.
I find it, like, the concept of the whole thing really interesting, because you hear about all these stories that happen in jail, in prison, where people, you got to watch your back 24/7. You never know when you're going to get stabbed or what. And Gordon Ramsay just waltzes in there and says, right, who wants to cook?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, they obviously know who he is, and they're probably thinking, why is this, like, you know, this guy coming in, like, you know, he doesn't have to come in. Why is he coming in and saying, like, oh, who wants to cook? Like, and it's the amount of abuse that they get. I know they some of them do deserve the abuse that they get for the crimes that they committed in the world, but they're just the amount of abuse that they get from Gordon Ramsay. I'm surprised Gordon even walked out alive without a knife in his back or anything like that. Like, it's
weird, because he could talk to anyone any way he wants, and he could just walk away scot-free. Do you mean he just gets to walk away? Just like, fuck it, I've said what I've said now. You can all kiss my ass.
It's like, Like someone who's not like Gordon Ramsay, just a regular person on the street tries and do that to someone else. You're asking for trouble. Like you can't get away with it at all. It's something about Gordon Ramsay. It's just he can get away with it. I don't know how. You know, like I'm surprised when he does his Kitchen Nightmares. The one where you see the restaurant where people come in. He has a go at the staff if they fuck up and all that. Yeah. I'm surprised any of the staff that when he's shouting at them and he tells them to fuck off or, you know, shut up and piss off or something like that. You know, it's like your failure in life. Your mother should have like abandoned you or something like that. You know, it's like I'm surprised he doesn't get punched or you know like the chef like lunges at him and he has to get stopped. Like I'm surprised that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It might do. They might just refilm that part or cut it out or something. You know. But I'd pay a lot of money to see Gordon Ramsay get hit. It's just.
I'd love to see someone try.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I honestly think whoever it may be, he'd knock them on their arse. I really think that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh.
He's not exactly a skinny dude, is he? He's very well built, especially for his age.
He's quite built, and like for his age, I think he's like he's come up to 50. He must be.
Yeah.
I think he's come up to 50, I believe, and like you know, I mean he's quite a handsome chap. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like.
Oh mate, you'll be surprised by this.
Yeah.
57 years old.
57. Wow.
He's closer to 60.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
And he still looks as good as he does. Honestly, it's incredible.
Well, his secret must be giving abuse to people.
Yeah, that's his outlet. That's how he relieves the stress.
It's not Nivea face cream. It's giving abuse. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Like you know. Maybe I should start doing that in real world. Become younger, youthful looks.
Right, all you need is more haters in your chat. That's all you need.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I need. I'm surprised I haven't had any haters today, which is I'll go on TikTok. I'll definitely find some haters. Definitely.
I say because in the modern day, there's always something that offends someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get. This is why I don't get the world. You know, especially with like social platforms as well, like TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. You know, like you're live streaming. You always have that one person who has nothing better to do in their world, so to come in and be like, "Oh man, you're so shit," you know, or like, go fuck yourself or something, you know. And it's like, well, you know, why are you saying that to me? You know, if you've got nothing better to do in your life, then just tell a random person you don't even know, and you've only seen for like 10 seconds before typing like something toxic towards someone in the chat. I don't get people. I really don't, and this is why. This goes back to the two split communities. Like you got the toxic community in gaming, and then obviously the good community, which you know,
the heartfelt community.
Yeah, the heartfelt community. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the heartfelt one is like it's so much smaller than the toxic community. Like the toxic one's building quite rapidly as we speak. Like you know, it's. I browse Facebook quite daily, even on like Steam and the Xbox group posts and stuff like that, and gaming forums. You know, there's the majority of the people are always toxic towards each other, and then okay, like out of one of 100 comments, like you get this one guy is like, you know, yeah, I quite like that game, you know. I understand what you're saying, or something positive and nice, and that's not like ripping the shit out of someone else that previously commented. Like it's, I don't know. If you go back 10 years, 15 years, you know, I know you had the the very toxic times in the Call of Duty lobbies. Like that was vicious. Like I will admit, I'll put my hand up, I was one of them people. Like I was toxic as hell. Like, but I was still approachable, I was still nice and all that. It was just Call of Duty being Call of Duty, and that's what it was. And in that time it was, you know, strictly Modern Warfare and the early Black Ops days where it happened.
Yeah.
But the community grew out of that. It changed and it got a lot better. But you know, going back 20 years, you know, there was more nicer people around playing games as a community than there was toxic people, because you know, obviously you didn't have the online multiplayer aspect like most games have nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
It's, you know, so it was like 50-50, and you know, they were just fun games, you know. There wasn't like competitions and, you know, oh, who's going to be the best of the best kind of thing. But nowadays it's just so changed, and it's a nightmare. It's solo queuing in Rocket League.
Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I mean, I'm a bit embarrassed to say this, but because I've recently come back.
Mm-hmm.
I took a bit of a big break. I've recently come back because I scheduled. Someone came to me about a 1v1 rematch from about a year ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, sure, you know, I haven't played for a long time, but you know, I'll come back. Give me about a month and a half, you know, 2 months. We'll go on it. I've done coaching, I've done training, and all that. And then the first season coming back, I only done what? It was 15, 20 days left of that season. I got to Diamond. Yeah, I got Diamond 1, and then this season came. It went all the way down to Plat 1, which it was sad, you know. So there's so many divisions down, and like, I don't know, this new season, like, the whole player base when solo queuing has become so fucking stressful. Like, you join a match, some of them just stand there, like, do fuck all, and then they swear in the little like pop-up chat, you know, towards you, like, because you're playing the game with your other teammate, like just a random teammate. You're playing, you know, you're like how you're meant to, and then you got other teammates ruining your goals, or like fucking ball chasing and stuff like that, and then you lose matches, and then you lose more matches. And I've literally gone from, like, say that this new season, it's only been out like a couple of weeks, not even that, and I've gone from Plat 1 to fucking Gold 1, like, from the amount of losses I've had with solo queuing, and it's ridiculous. I mean, I've threatened to give up a few times now, like, but it's so bad. I mean, it might just be me, I don't know, but...
Well, that's the thing. With Rocket League, well, I don't play as much rank as I used to. But when I do play rank, like, my rank hasn't really changed too much. Like, I'll div up here and there, I'll div down here and there. But all in all, I'm sticking in that Champ 1 region, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that's good. Champ 1 is still good, though. That's really good still.
But I think the worst experience I had since coming back to the game was I was solo queuing 2s, and we were winning. There was like 1 or 2-0 or something like that, and my teammate, for whatever reason, just decided to be an absolute dick and basically make it from 2-on-2 to 3-on-1.
Oh no.
So as you can imagine, in a 3-on-1 handicap position, I got hammered.
Yeah. Oh, don't, honestly. That happened to me. I think it was the other day. No, we were winning. You know, I managed to score 2 goals because my teammates were absolutely rubbish. And then, like, one of the teammates, he stuck by me. He stayed by my side. The other guy was just like, we're winning, like, I think it was like 6-2 or something. And he was just like, you know what? Like something in his brain clicked, for being a team, being part of a team, and then suddenly something in his brain clicked saying, you know what? I'm going to be a dick. I'm just going to turn on my own teammates. Like, like he just kept whacking the ball back into our area, purposely trying to score a goal, which he ended up doing, and then we had it became like a 4v2 basically, and it was just a nightmare. Yeah, like the other I'm pretty sure he was on, like, he's associated with these guys, like, somehow, from the way it went. Like, one of the opponent's team ended up demoing, just purposely demoing constantly.
Yeah. And
while he just whacked the ball back into our net, and it was just like, dude, come on, like, it's like you must have a screw loose or something. Like, he needs to go to prison and get Gordon Ramsay to shout abuse at him. Like, it's
have him call him a fucking idiot.
Yeah, bake me a Greg sausage roll or something like that. It's just...
Hey, can't be a good old Greg sausage roll.
No. Like the food, hate the person.
I was gonna say, hype up them Greg sausage rolls.
Oh man, no. I never knew anything about what happened, obviously, with the owner until about a year ago, about what's been happening. I was like, really? I was like, I fucking love Greg's. I love eating their sausage rolls and all that. I was just like, no. Luckily, there's a Truffles that opened up in the town. When I found out, I was like, yeah, not going to Greg's. No, I'm going to spend 1 more minute walking down the road. I'm going to fucking Truffles instead. Like, but no, it's been good. But we'll move swiftly on to the second to last category, guys, and that is shoutouts. So this part is where Ash will give a shout out, or tell you guys to go follow. I'll link it in the YouTube description at the end. When it comes out on Monday, the episode of the podcast onto YouTube, I'll link it in the description, and I'll whack it in the live chat when it goes live as well. So, Ash, what would you like to shout out for everyone to go follow you or something? Your channels. Oh, Azer's just dropped in. It says, "Yo lads, how's it going?"
Alright, how we doing, Azer lad? In terms of the shout out, it'll be my Twitch. It's a new Twitch account. I haven't really set on a date to do my first stream yet. I'm still working those things out, but it'll be my new Twitch account, which is ACrimsonCatalyst. Once I've got everything sorted, obviously I will be streaming on there. So
nice. I just popped that in the chat as well.
Thank you.
On Twitch. So yeah, guys, it's going to be our last category for this evening. It's been about an hour and 10 minutes, which I'm not gonna lie, it's been longer. It feels like it's been so much longer than when it has been.
Yeah, time's flown by.
Yeah, like, it feels weird that it's only been about an hour, but we're gonna go on to the challenge panel. So the aim of the game, obviously it's the first episode back for being the podcast after so many years, so we're going to do a challenge is how many questions can the guests get right in 30 seconds, and Ash is with the big 0 there at the moment, but you never know, you might get these, but I'm going to get the timer ready. Okay, so I'll make sure I get it in my view so I know. So is that going to work like that? Yeah. Right, so timer starts now. Question 1. Which planet in the solar system would be the size of the Minecraft world if it was real?
Not a clue. I'm going to guess Jupiter.
Close. It's Neptune. Number 2. What is the best-selling game console of all time?
Best Xbox One.
No. PS2.
Oh, PS2. Oh, wow.
Oh,
I should have got that.
30 seconds. Oh, maybe 30 seconds was a bit too bad. We go by a minute. There you go. Which was the first video game to be played in space?
This could be anything. I don't know. Pass.
Pass. Where's the most played video game of all time?
Most play. GTA 5.
Oh no, it's Fortnite with 3.8 million game plays. 5. Which band made more money from gaming royalties in Guitar Hero than any album sold?
No idea. I didn't play Guitar Hero.
Oh, that's the end of the time. That's the end of the minute. We'll go by a minute for everyone that likes to come onto the show. We'll do a minute instead. But obviously the last one was which band made more money from gaming royalties in Guitar Hero than any album sold? The answer was Aerosmith, which licensed 29 of its songs to the game, and it has paid off in millions due to the game's success.
Ow.
So that's quite a good, hefty amount of money there for 29 songs, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had no control over those questions. I just searched up on trivia, and that was the first 5 questions. So I do apologise, but I will put you on the board with a 0.
Yes.
So yeah, you never know. You might be on the top with 0s. You never know. But no, it's been absolutely amazing to have you, mate. Honestly, it's been a pleasure. It's been so good catching up, talking about obviously gaming, your life. You know, it's been incredible to hear and listen to your story, and I've actually missed you so much, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we need to start playing more.
We do.
Definitely start playing more. You're very missed. Ash said, I'll text you on Twitch Whispers.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
And he's added a new Discord.
Yeah, George, come and say hi. You don't want to come say hi, you're nervous.
No, come on, say hi, come on. No, come on.
Just go climb into bed.
Just climb into bed. Oh, no. Hello, congratulations.
UK says congratulations. She says thank you.
No worries, I'll leave you to sleep now. We're almost finished, so it's alright. But no, honestly, man, it's been great to have you on the show, mate, and it's been an honour to be the first guest for the return of the show. Hopefully down the line we'll have you back on. We'll
definitely
try and get we'll have like a multi-guest kind of episode. We'll bring some guests on and all that. Bring you on. It'll be a good laugh. But that's down the line. But no, thank you ever so much for joining us. It's been so good. I'm just going to quickly do a quick shout out to the sponsors. I have it on the screen as well. Obviously, this podcast has been sponsored by Derby Energy and Lounge TV. Obviously, you may know me as a member of the TikTok agency Novas. If you want to join, just DM me on TikTok, Facebook, anywhere social you may find me, and I'll get one of the agency management to contact you, and you see if you can apply to become a member. So yeah, no, appreciate everything for staying for the time you have, man. It's lovely to have you. We're gonna end the show now, and we're gonna hopefully have this up on YouTube by Monday, so friends, family, can all see as well. But it's been ever so good to see you.
Pleasure's all mine, man. Pleasure's all mine.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. And I'll drop you a message, and I'll see you soon, buddy. I'll see you soon.
100%.
Thank you so much for coming by. And
No worries, man.
we're gonna roll the credits now. So thank you so much for everyone that joined on Twitch, on YouTube. If you're seeing this after a few days, thank you so much for sticking by, watching, showing support. I do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, follow, subscribe to these social channels and the streaming services as well. And if you haven't already, go on TikTok, find out about Nova's agency. If you want to join, like I just said, contact me. I will talk to the management and we'll see if we can get you to join. So yeah, good night everyone, and I hope you have a lovely evening. I know it's a Saturday night, you're probably getting pissed at your face, but you know, some of us have work to do, which is editing videos, so I have to go and edit this. So take care guys, and I'll see you all soon, and yeah, good night.
Mhm.